มีสักกี่คนในชีวิตนะ
Okay, I am so sorry for that, everyone. But yes, as you might be able to tell, we started stream a little bit late because some of you might have known already, but I'm gonna be getting my laptop fixed soon enough because if you guys have probably heard like some grinding noise in the back, that is my fans. So it is important for me to, get it all ready and set up before, I send it in to get fixed. So thank you everyone for being patient for these past 20 minutes. Actually, we started 10 minutes late, but yeah, you should get back into Winds of Change. I need to get back to Winds of Change. I haven't played that game in like a week, I think. Same thing with Echo. I haven't played this game in a week either. I think I've just been like getting really excited with the games I did get from the Steam Summer Sale. Oh shoot. I completely forgot to get what was it? Among the Sleep. Among the Sleep is an amazing horror game. Why did I not get that? Oh well. Okay, yeah. Also, some other good news. Some other good news is that regarding my headphones or my headsets that I used to stream, which were previously my G935s, those got busted the last time we played Echo, and they're actually replacements are coming soon. I think probably either tomorrow or the day after. Wait, Kai's getting mad with you. That laptop of yours, you need a new set. Wait, which Kai are we talking about? Kai Bloodwolf? Are we talking about that Kai? Okay, why is Facebook not loading in? That's my question. Kai Bloodwolf. Ah, got. Wait, did you send him a picture? Did you like send him a picture of what like I had? Because if so, then yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna. Wait, no. Then wait, what's he mad about then? What? Why is Kai getting pissed off at my laptop for? Because I'm confused myself. Is it like, I don't know, like the way how my stream's been running or something? Because if that's also the case, then yes, I will agree to that. Okay, let me see if Facebook is up. There he is. There it is. There is the blepper after 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes or so. The dumb blepper is finally here. The blep welcomes you all. That. But yeah, I think I've already taken up too much time, so we're gonna get straight into it with, you know, the occasional blep face. What? Yeah, I just said that you were sending it in to get fixed. Oh wait a minute, is it? Oh shoot, I never told him, huh? I need to get in contact with Kai again. It's been way too long since I've talked with Kai. Hey, I'm not cute. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right back into Echo. This game I haven't played in a week or so. And I am really happy to finally be getting my hands on it. Wait, no I didn't? Wait, I didn't what? There it is. That is not what I wanted you to see. Okay, File Explorer, why are you here? Okay, oh, it's in the Explorer, that's why. No, that's not what I wanted either. Okay, I guess it's not gonna... Find Echo already, dang it. There you go. Okay, that was weird. Okay, but yeah. Let's see, I think we were right here on this save. Okay. You didn't tell me you're sending... Oh yeah, that's right. I need to get in contact with them again. It's been like way too long since I last talked with Kai. I think it was like... How many months ago was it? I think it was last year too. Like, I believe... What was it? I think it was like a few days after I was talking with him in Foxyberry server. And he was going batshit crazy over Leon the Fox following him on Twitter. I think that's the last time I talked with him. Like, that was a few days after. He's been in VR chat a lot. I haven't seen him on. And I have him added too. So I don't know why I haven't seen him then. That's weird. Okay, let's see. Is it hearing the game at all? I'm hoping it's hearing. Hold on, can you guys hear the game alright? Oh, that's why. That's why the volume was too low. Let me bring it down a bit. Okay, yeah, there we go. Maybe like that. He's been hanging out with Lost Age and myself a lot. I haven't seen any of you guys on. I don't know if it's because I've been up, if uh, I don't know if I've been like getting on too late or whatnot, but yeah, I definitely need to talk with you guys again. It's been way too long. Let's continue the story. We don't bother going off-road on the way to Carl's place, mainly because we'd just be trudging through sagebrush full of ticks at that point. Leo figures that since Carl's house is the only thing up this road, aside from through the canyon to nowhere, no one would be driving there anyway. It takes us about 20 minutes to get there, walking in silence the cracked up road, the only sounds of our panning. I saw you come into VR chat last night. Yeah, I came on for a bit, but then no one was on, and if people were on, then everyone was in orange. And I've been seeing that a lot lately. So I just assume that if anyone's in orange, then they just don't want to be bothered. So that's why I'm always on green. I'm the loudest, considering my short legs and also that I'm probably the most out of shape compared to the others. When we're close to the mansion, I look back toward Echo. Only a few of the streetlights dot the small town. I don't see anyone on the roads near them. I see a window or two here and there, with their lights on, but no movement from within. We only hear two sounds on our track. One is a blood-curdling scream coming from the town behind us, a woman. TJ reaches out again for my hand when that happens, and I squeeze it comfortingly. The next, a few minutes later, is a faint laughter coming from further away that rises in pitch before fading back out. I grimace, wondering if anyone else had heard it, or if it came from inside my head. No one else says anything, and I don't ask. Maybe you have some friends. You had that friends list glitch that was happening a while. No, I'm not, because like even on the VR chat website, it was saying who was online and who wasn't, and everything seemed to match up. And I did look into people who were offline too, and there wasn't anyone online in that side either. Because usually if they're online, then they would have like some sort of circle color near them, next to their name, I mean. By the time we reach the mansion, I'm covered in sweat, and I keep adjusting my shirt uncomfortably as it sticks to my chest and shoulders. The garage door is closed, and there aren't any cars in the driveway. I wonder if maybe Carl already took off. I hope he did. We stand in front of the door, and Leo holds out a hand to us, motioning us to be quiet. I watch his ears poke up to the full extension before he moves on to the glass door on the door, cupping both hands over his ears to peer inside. We wait a tense moment, and I wonder if maybe he's looking in on something horrific. But after a while, Leo pulls back, shaking his head. I can't hear or see anything. Maybe he left, or is with one of the others. Gunzu offers quietly, standing just beside me. Maybe. Leo appears to be thinking hard, then he reaches out to the doorbell with an index finger. He hesitates for a full 2 seconds before pressing on it. The fancy chime rings softly from the inside. I notice Leo's got a hand on his gun, watching through the glass intently. I also notice that not only TJ is pressing close to me, but so is Kutsu from the other side, his shoulder slightly ahead of mine. It's almost like he's shielding me. A minute goes by before Leo tries again. We wait another minute before Leo lets out a ragged sigh. Whether it's from relief or frustration, I'm not sure which. Considering what's happening, you'd think some people from the town would have come here to loot something. Yeah. I look back at the town, its few glints of light staring ominously back. I'm able to suppress my shiver this time. I turn back just in time to see Leo try the door, and to my amazement, it opens. Leo seems surprised too, and he lets go to let the door slowly swing open. We all stare into the blackness beyond, a few lights from the TV glowing in the darkness. Should we go in? Leo clears his throat. Well, we gotta get the key somehow. Leo steps inside slowly, hand reaching along the wall to find a light switch. He finds it, though the light only illuminates the foyer, the housing going from the goddamn dark to slightly less goddamn dark. It's just Carl's kitchen, though. Hey DJ, welcome on in. The Blood Pack welcomes you. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Nothing seems to be out of place as far as I can see. I start to step forward too, but I can feel TJ hesitate on my hand. I look back at him. Hey, you alright? He's staring into Carl's house, his eyes wide. Yeah, I'm good. It's probably safer inside anyway, right? TJ swallows and finally steps in with me, Kutsu following close behind. It's going good, and how about you? I'm doing good, DJ. We started off late, but that was because, I'm going to be getting my laptop fixed soon, and I've got to send it in too, so... Oh yeah, By the way, if I do end up sending in my laptop, you guys, to get it fixed, they did say it's going to take 4 to 6 days for it to get fixed. So I might be out 4 to 6 days. So I hope you guys can understand that too. The mansion is pleasantly cool against my sweaty fur. There's something strangely comforting about something as simple as the AC still running. Sense of normalcy. Leo stands there looking around intently before moving to the cupboards. He starts opening drawers, searching the counter looking for keys. I leave TJ to huddle on the couch before moving to the kitchen myself. Hey, can we look for Carl too? Leo pushes the drawer full of silverware. Yeah, give me a sec. I sigh. It'll be fine. It'll be faster if I look for him while you look for keys. Leo shakes his head. Hey, we gotta stick together. I suppress another sigh and move back to the living room. Somehow TJ's already managed to fall into a doze, curled up in a ball on the couch. How are you doing? I look over at Kuzu, who's got his arms folded, watching me closely. I'm doing okay, just kind of tense. Kuzu gives one of his rare smiles at that. No kidding? Yeah. I glance over at Leo, who's starting to rifle through some of the drawers of what looks like open letters. What's up? I look back at Kuzu. I'm just thinking about Carl, if he's here or not. I glance back at Leo. Hey, Leo wants us to stick together, but I look back at Kutsu. You want to help me find Carl? Maybe you sweep the upstairs, and I'll have a look at the basement real quick. Kutsu glances at Leo as well. I'll make things go a bit faster. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I really don't think anyone's in this house. Kutsu nods toward the window facing the town. From what I've seen, people are mostly wrapped up in their own, well, issues. Yeah, I don't think anyone's interested in looting here. Well, alright. I'll take a quick look upstairs. I smile. Cool. I'll take a quick look downstairs. Oh, and keep a lookout for the keys, too. And with that, we both move to the staircase. I give Leo one last glance to make sure he's not watching before we both head into our respective upward and downward directions. Excuse me. I've been coughing a lot lately. Sorry about that. I flip on the light switch to head into the basement, and it's only when I stare into the dark hole that I'm heading toward that I get the first inklings of fear. I shake my head, and I remember what Kutsu had said. If anyone's here, it's definitely only Carl. That would be a good thing. If we can find him, we can bring him with us, and we'll be on our way out of this hellhole. I tell myself this as I bounce quickly down the stairs, wanting to get over this as soon as possible. Now I'm in the basement, and I glance around quickly to the several doors down there. A storage room, a weight room, a video game looking room. I start to realize that if Carl's here, he's most likely upstairs, and I'm really just giving the basement a cursory check. I start to rush though, not wanting to take too long in case Leo notices if he hasn't already. I reach the end of the long basement hallway, and I'm left looking into a smaller room. There's a tiny white wooden door that I assume leads to a crawl space. I stare at it for a moment, not even thinking to bother until I see little white hoof prints. There's several of them, like someone came and went dozens of times into and out of the crawl space. I look back at myself, feeling a chill run up my spine like someone's watching me. Looking back at the prints, I notice that the little door is just slightly open. Could Carl be in there? I remember that he'd been down here when we couldn't find him during the birthday party. At that moment, I catch a glimpse of something poking out of the door. It's skinny and hairy, very long, maybe 6 inches in length. I stare at it, wondering if it's a Halloween decoration that's stored under there. Chase! Leo's voice booming down the stairs makes me jump a foot in the air. I don't have time to stare at the black thing any longer, and instead stumble down the hall, toward the sound of Leo's voice. The icy glare directed at me as I move up the stairs actually makes me cower a little bit. Hey! I'm not used to having his little monolithic anger directed at me. I told you to stick together. Hey, we're just looking for Carl down there. His voice rumbles out at me. Sorry, I found something. Well, Kutsu did too. Carl was upstairs. What? The thoughts of the hoof prints disappeared from my mind immediately. He told me you were down here. Come on. More gently now, he grasps my hand, pulls me the rest of the way upstairs. I'm expecting us to turn into Carl's room, but instead we go further down toward the end of the hall. I think this is where Carl's bedroom is. Carl's lying on the bed, looking over at TJ, who's in the middle, talking to him from the side. He glances our way when we enter the room. Leo? Chase? He squints at us like he's having trouble focusing. I smile and sigh with relief. Carl! I move to the side of the bed next to TJ, and that's when I see the ram is covered in a white-looking chalk substance. It reminds me of the prints downstairs. Appears, hello REJ24, how's it going? Welcome on in. The Blep welcomes you. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's all over his horns and a bit of what looks like a drywall is covering the pillow around his head. What happened? You okay? You just taking a nap? Easy. Leo says to me, so I shut. When did Leo become such a jerk? Listen, I like Leo. Oh, hello. Who did the follow? REJ, thank you so much for the follow. I saw you stream on Vince's Discord. How's your day? It's going fantastic. It's been going good. We just started stream not too long ago because we started a little bit late, but we're definitely gonna keep streaming, probably for like another 2 hours or so. But yeah, I hope you're doing good too. TJ reaches out and grabs one of Carl's big hands. The ram just stares at the ceiling now, looking at just as confused as we are. I look over at Kudzu, who's standing a little off to the side like he did when we were trying to talk to TJ. What happened? I mumble at the raccoon and Kudzu moves a little closer. I don't know. I just came in and thought he was taking a nap or something. The promo was sent 2 minutes ago, so yeah, very recent. Ah, okay then. Well, I'm glad you decided to stop by. Yeah, we're just vibing here. We're just in the land of Echo as usual. Yeah. I glance back at Carl, watching as TJ starts to gently pat his forehead. But he wasn't? Kutsu shrugs. He was sorta, I don't know. He was sweating and mumbling. He kept calling his name like really loudly to the point that Leo came up. Carl starts to breathe heavily and he covers his face. I think he's crying, so I step back a bit with Kutsu, not wanting to crowd him as TJ leans over and hugs him. It wasn't until Leo touched him that he woke up, like, really suddenly. Huh. No, I'm fine. Oh wait. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Carl lets out a weird shaky laugh as he sits up, wiping his eyes. I was just having a really fucked up dream. Felt like I was in it for hours. Carl leans back in his hand, staring at the ceiling again. I had a dream that the town went fucking insane, and then I ran back here and sort of just went downstairs, and then I was gone. Also, there's a VTuber character on the left supposed to move around. So, here's the thing is that I would like to keep it on, but if we do keep it on, then my stream really isn't going to run that great. I believe me, I've tried. I've tried that before with Doki Doki Literature Club, like a long time ago, and oh boy, you would not believe how terrible that stream ran. So, for now, at least until I can get like a better system, the blep is only going to be there for the introduction of the stream, and then until I can get a better system, then it's just going to stay like that. But I do plan on trying to get FaceRig up and running once I do end up getting something good to run it on. Gone? Where? Carlos shakes his head. I don't know, a hotel or something? A few hallways that went in circles and I couldn't get out of or wake up. Oh, that's right, because in Carl's story we were in that same hotel. We were in that hotel with them, and all it did was lead them in circles. That's the same story that we were in. Interesting. Carl looks back at us. Even now, I don't know if I'm dreaming. At least there's people around. Carl shakes his head. A cloud of dust coming up from the fur. What are you guys doing here anyway? Actually, the town did go a bit, well, strange. What? Really? Leo seems to hesitate, clearly not wanting to rile up Carl more than he already is. Yeah, but we were trying to leave. Actually, that's why we're here. We need a car. So, what I saw in the town, however long ago that was, it really happened? Maybe. Like, people were running around shooting and stuff. Leo doesn't say anything to that. Why do you need my car? What about your van? It broke down. Carl narrows his eyes. How? Listen, we'll tell you everything on the way. We just need to get out of here now. TJ picks up some of the bits of white chalk from Carl's head fur. What's that all over you? Carl runs a hand over his head, bringing it away to find it covered in white dust. Ran into the wall. Oh. Carl suddenly points at my arm. Dude, what happened? Huh? Oh. I lift up my arm and remember the cut that I got from the broken window. The fur is heavily matted down with blood and the jagged cut is still oozing a little bit. Long story. We'll explain, like Leo said. The ram stares at the cut, so I lower my arm. It seems to be finally settling in for Carl that things are not right. I also realize that none of us are immune to the new hysteria setting into the town. This sort of was like for all those people living in the town over 100 years ago. I managed to think humorously to myself that I actually did do what I set out to what I started in the project. It's pretty clear that it's happening all over again. So, you got your keys? We need to get the hell out of here and get this town some help. Yeah, I'll get them from my room. We pull quietly out of the driveway in Carl's car, which makes almost no sound since it's a hybrid. Oh, geez, a hybrid. What could go wrong? What could go wrong in a hybrid car? Trying to get the hell away from some crazy town. What could go wrong? Leo's driving, of course. Carl's still woozy, and Leo actually had to help him walk around and find the keys. I sit in the back between Carl and TJ while Kudzu sits in the passenger seat next to Leo. I overheard Leo mumbling to Kudzu to sit next to him while I helped Carl in the car. Something about them needing to be able to get out of the car quickly with their guns if things went down. Leo doesn't floor it like I expected it to, but we move to the bench of the mountain and through the town speedily enough. I see TJ looking out his own window intently, and I can only imagine to see if he could spot Jenna, maybe even Flynn. Dude, I don't feel so good. Carl mumbles next to me, both his hands on his stomach, twisting at the fabric of his hoodie. The background just slapped me with nostalgia for some reason. I mean, this game is pretty old. I mean, this game was in production for 6 years. 6 years, and it just so happened to have finally finished this year in April. So, I mean, a lot of changes went through this game for the past 6 years because, you know, there was like an open beta and demo that was going around and the sprites were changing and everything, and, you know, the different sceneries were changing, but I don't think that, like, the sceneries that you see around here were any different. Carl, oh wait, I already read that. Just puke on the floor if you have to. I don't think Leo's gonna stop. Carl leans over and puts his head between his knees, groaning. I get TJ's attention and he starts rubbing the ram's back slowly. Good thing it feels like there's nothing in me. So what the hell's going on? Where's Jenna? TJ frowns. We don't know. What happened then? I take a deep breath, trying to figure out how to explain. Well, we're not sure what's going on everywhere, but on Saturday, while I was at the diner with Leo, I go through my story as quickly as I can, explaining to Carl what's been going on. The rest of the car is quiet, so I get anxious when I get to the part about Brian and skip over it as much as I can. I only mentioned that he held me there for a day. By the time I finish, we're already passing the lake. Huh. So it's Sunday already? Sunday morning? Yeah, I guess so. So I was all in a whole fucking day? I don't say anything in response. What happened to you, Teej? Are you okay? Carl turns his gaze onto TJ, who just nods. Yeah, I was seeing things too. People chasing me. I'm okay now, though. TJ actually does seem pretty stable now after everything that's happened. Maybe taking care of Carl is taking his mind off of whatever happened to him. Either way, he doesn't expand on what he saw. Reminds me of Arizona. I have this visual memory being there, and maybe Gemini Home Entertainment Systems' backrooms are still and empty. I mean, I'm not really sure where all of this is at either, but I do know for a fact that these are like heavily filtered uh like photos taken somewhere in a desert. Maybe it's Arizona, I don't know. But it's these pictures are definitely like real pictures, but then, just filtered and altered because there are like some scenes where, like you'll see like a Nissan parked somewhere. According to an interview with McStinney, the car, some of these backgrounds were, yeah, yeah. See, I knew it because the first day we played, we were stopping at that motel, and then I see like a Nissan Sentra out, like, like just parked at a motel, and I'm like, wait, is that a Nissan? So yeah, these pictures are definitely uh, taken somewhere, but I'm not really sure though. A few minutes of silence go by before Carl speaks up again. It feels kind of nice. Reminds me of my mom. Yeah, actually, my mom did too. Though, it might help. Hey, I love you, just so you know. All of you guys. I'm glad I'm not in that place anymore. Love you too, Carl. And everyone else. You too, Raccoon Man. Uh, thanks. Yeah, I refer my own love for everyone. Kutsu glances back at us before turning his attention out his own window. Leo doesn't say anything from the front, his focus solely on the road ahead of him. I watch the desert whip by us for the first time, feeling somewhat safe as the town disappears behind us. But of course, it doesn't last long. What's that? On the side of the road there? Huh? Leo turns his head in the direction that Kutsu points to. We all do. What we see changes everything for me from that point on. Sure, things were crazy, and I had a hard time believing anything that was happening, but it was explainable. People like Duke, Brian, TJ, and even Carl were all seeing things. But it was kind of a distant thing now in a way. Something everyone else was experiencing. Something I was exempt from. But now, there it is. Something I can't explain right in front of me. What is that? Oh my gosh. TJ covers his mouth. Carl sits upright trying to see. Leo slows down as we pass. There's my car, all the windows shattered. There's Duke lying a dozen feet away from the open door from the driver's side. And there, crouching over him, is something I can't explain. Hairless, body and limbs long. Way too long. The head comes up and all I see are 3 holes in blood. TJ screams next to me and Leo shouts something before stepping on the gas, slamming me back into my seat. I try to look back, but whatever it is, it was gone. At least, it's gone from where it was, because I see something move next to my window and I turn to face it. And it stares back at me, but only for a moment. That thing, whatever the fuck it is, disappears at almost the instant I register that it's there. I'm only staring out into the blackness of the desert. Still, 3 holes, 2 eyes, and a mouth. Blink back at me, and so I'm sort of after him before that too vanishes. What was that? What was that? TJ's grabbing my arm, claws digging painfully into my skin. I'm too shocked to even pull away as TJ leans forward towards me, staring at my window. At least I know I'm not the only one who saw it. TJ squeaks again when no one else answers. What was it? I don't know. Some kind of animal, maybe. I'd never seen anything like that before. It could have had a disease, lost all its fur, something. Maybe Duke hit it. But it was walking. I'm kind of freaked out by this game. Yeah, so I should have said this before. Hold on, I'll be right back. So, hold on a minute. So yeah, I'm sorry about that again, you guys, but again, I'm gonna get my stuff replaced. Oh boy, here comes the lag. Okay, but yeah, as you guys might know, uh, I'm gonna be getting my laptop fixed soon, so I'm just trying to back up everything before I send it in. So yeah, again, thanks for being patient. Without further ado, let's get right back into it. So I'm just having like my stuff back up in the background. So yeah, there might be lag because again, there's gonna be stuff backing up into the drive that I got saved in. Oh, who did the follow? Squishy Lemur 5, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. The blep welcomes you. How's it going, buddy? This before TJ or Jenna. It's not necessary to play, but some things are reference. I heard. Oh dang, that's loud. Really? What was it that loud? If it was, then I have to turn it down later, cause I got some footage of a green screen from Virality Luma that I'm gonna be trying to put in maybe like later on for the follow notifications and stuff. So yeah, let's keep going. I look over my shoulder through the back window. At this point, my car is a good distance away, only visible because the headlights are on, a streak of light fading out across the desert. Duke, is he... Ugh. Some dry retching noises followed by heavy splattering sounds cut me off. Carl is hunched over into the seat, head between his legs. It isn't hard to figure out what just happened, especially when the smell hits me. Oh my gosh, Carl! TJ looks torn between blanching away and comforting the ram. Carl comes back up looking like he's about to say something before diving forward again. Much louder retch, followed by a much quieter plopping sound falls. I grimace, feeling my own stomach roil. Ah, God. Kuz is looking back at us, a paw up his nose. Hey, you okay? Carl keeps his head down a while longer, his fingers twisting into the fabric of his shorts. TJ tentatively rubs his back. I would have done it out the window. I don't want to open any of the windows now, though. It's okay. Leo, are there any napkins up there? Leo, who's been silent up until now, remains silent. He's staring out into the windshield hard, paws on the wheel in a death grip. After a moment of silence, Kuzu checks the cup holders and drops open the glove compartment. After rummaging around for a minute, he pulls out a stack of fast food style napkins. He hands it back to Carl, who starts mopping whatever mess he's made on himself. During all this, I'm still glancing out the windows. Not head on though, because I'm terrified I'm going to look straight into those eyes again. We drive in silence for the next 5 minutes with no creature in sight, thankfully. But I don't know what to think right now. There's no way I saw what was some animal like Kuzu implied. Yeah, I'm freaked out concerned. Yeah, this game, I should mention, is a psychological horror game. So, be prepared for some pretty spooky stuff because this one pathway in particular, with that one scene with Brian, that one I think is probably the scariest out of everything that I've experienced in Echo so far. The way it moved, the way it was crouched, most of all, its face. I've never seen anything like it, at least anything that's not a Halloween costume. This game is called Echo, REJ. This game is straight up called Echo. If you look up Echo VN, then you'll most definitely find it. Maybe one of the locals dressed up in a costume or something. But then how the fuck did it keep up with the car? Were we going that fast? Leo did slow down a little. I keep those thoughts to myself. Everyone looks freaked out enough without any speculation. So instead I lean back into my seat, deciding to just close my eyes. We're on our way out, and soon I'll be safe in a police station, or a hospital, or something. It'll be explained when the cops get here. I try not to think about Duke on the ground, Janice in the diner, Jenna out there, somewhere. But that thing... I shake my head, and my eyes are still closed. Are you okay, Chase? TJ's arm is still around mine, the places where our fur is pressed together, getting all hot and sweaty. I don't mind though as long as it brings him some comfort. Yeah, I'm just tired. Actually, now that I mention it, I am pretty tired. I didn't exactly get much sleep in Kutsu's trailer, or Brian's. I start to drift off as my head bumps gently against the headrest, the soft whir of AC on my forehead. What the fuck? The car lurches as Leo slows us down again. Reluctantly, I'll open my eyes, half expecting to see some other kind of nightmarish ghoul out in the window. But I don't see anything, just the road stretching ahead of us. What's wrong? Leo is quiet for a moment. I can't see his face since I'm right behind him, but I can see the outline of his twitching ears. I don't... Leo turns in his seat, looking out the passenger window then into his own. Heading the right way, right? I look out the window as well, not seeing anything except sagebrush and cacti. Based on the images, this is something else. Oh boy, you have not seen the half of it. Apparently every single pathway is 8 hours worth. Which, I mean, I can prove that because Carl's route, I think, took us 3 whole streams to finish. And that was all like 4 or 3 hours. But I do notice something. The mountains, which had been on the right, are now on my left, rising ominously in the distance. Had we turned around somehow? Unless we're on the right highway, which we definitely aren't. This road merges onto the highway. There's no way we can miss it. I hear TJ gas softly next to me. I look over at him, but he's looking straight ahead, out the windshield. I do the same, and in the distance I can see headlights off the side of the road. No way. What is it? Leo brings the car to a hard stop, throwing me forward to the seatbelt. Then he does a quick 3-point turn, shoving me right, and then I'm left before I'm smacked into the seat. As Leo accelerates again. Oh, careful, my parents will kill me if you fuck up the ride. Carl laughs nervously, but no one pays attention to him. There's no fucking way, I was going straight. There's that side road that takes you to some of the trails maybe we sort of went off on. Leo snaps at the link suddenly. There's no way, TJ, that road is fucking gravel. I would have noticed. Leo's hunched into his seat like an angry dad, staring out into the windshield, his ears practically dancing on his head. I can feel TJ trembling, so I lean into him a bit, letting him know that I'm there. It's clear that Leo doesn't want any talking, so we're all quiet. This time I keep my eyes open, staring out into the window in case Leo did get sidetracked somehow. I focus on the mountains, making sure that they don't disappear. They slip up and down gently under the moonlight, speckled with the dark spots of rock and vegetation. Vaguely, I remember back when I had been obsessed with skateboarding, and that I'd always been imagining myself skating those slopes near the car chips in Payton. Up and down, up and down. If only Echo had anything like that. The only slope that we had was the one down from Carl's mansion, and it was way too big. I tried to skateboard down it once, but that ended in disaster when I blinked, staring out the window as the mountains just disappear, slope down into nothing. I squint, then I look back out at Carl's window. Sure enough, mountains. Leo? I know! Leo speeds up instead of turning around, though. This is in-fucking-possible. What are you doing? TJ's claws come out against my skin again as he gets a scared cat look in his eyes. Leo mumbles, mostly to himself. There's no way we're going back to Echo. Leo, slow down a little. Leo lets out a small growl but relents, and TJ's grip on my arm loosens some. I'm gonna keep going until I see that car, because I sure as hell didn't turn around that time. The tone in Leo's voice keeps any of us from arguing. Though I hate to admit it, something about his demeanor has me just as scared of him as I am of whatever is out there. But it's telling me to have a good mindset. After playing a lot of games that turn out to not that fun, I'm not going to survive this one. Yeah, this game will last you a long while. Believe me, we are on path 2 of this game, and we just completed path 1, like, I think only a couple weeks ago. Another minute of driving, more awkward silence then. Leo hisses through his teeth. Straight ahead of us, the headlights appear. What? I must be dreaming. It's like we're stuck in some kind of loop. Shush, Rocky! Shush! Leo is mine. Leo slows down more and more until we come to a gentle stop. We sit there in silence, staring at my car about 100 yards in front of us. Leo starts muttering darkly to himself, looking out the window, looking at the dashboard. I want to ask him if he's okay, but I know what the answer is. TJ makes soft whimpering sounds next to me, like he's trying not to cry, and I finally put my arm around him. It's okay, it's just dark. We're going off the road somehow. I whisper whatever comes to my mind and explain what the fuck is happening. Carl has his head down and his paw is completely quiet. He could be asleep for all I know. I think about suggesting that maybe we should just wait it out until morning into the car. But as I open my mouth, I hear scratching noise toward the back. Oh shit. TJ's ears peek up, but let me know I'm not the only one. Instinctively, I turn around my seat. Bits of glass fly in my face, and the next thing I know, I'm cowering in the seat, head down as far as I can push it. Carl, very much awake now, screams at Leo. Go, go, go! Leo's already on it, and I feel the car jolt forward. Then I'm bouncing up and down in the seat as we go off-road. Leo not bothering with the three-point turn this time, instead going for a full U-turn. We're back on the asphalt and speeding down the road where I feel it's safe enough to raise my head back up and I look out the back window. For a moment, I'm terrified I'm going to find that thing crouched on the trunk, staring in at us. But instead, all I see is a giant hole to the back window where the remaining glass jagged. Are you guys okay? Leo looks back and forth between us and the road ahead of him. I sit up fully. I think so. I yell at him over the sound of the car and the wind whistling around behind me. Carl is bent over in his seat too, brushing glass from his hat and hoodie. I look at TJ, who's still crouched into his own seat, covering his head. Bits of glass are scattered on the back and in his head fur. I pick some of the pieces out from the fur of his neck and I lean over at him. TJ, you okay? TJ shudders and doesn't say anything as I pluck some of the shards from under his collar. What was that? TJ shouts back at us, staring throughout the window. I don't know. I don't want to think about what I actually want to think it was. Leo keeps up the high speed, hitting some of the potholes hard enough that I'm worried we're going to get a flat. Then we'll be in some real trouble. We drive on for another 5 minutes in silence, and then the headlights of my car appear in front of us again. This time no one says anything, and Leo doesn't bother turning around. I watch out my window as we fly past my own car. Duke is still there on the ground, no movement from where he was the last time we saw him. Yeah, fuck this game. That's what I love about this game, is that this game will mess with you. It'll do the most fucked up things when you don't expect it. Since this is the area where the creature seems to be prowling and look out the back window, I want to be ready in case it tries to come through again. But nothing happens. All I see is a small stretch of asphalt illuminated red for the taillights, and all I hear is wind whistling through my ears. I keep a hand on TJ's back as he continues to remain hunched over. Crow sits quietly, staring out his window. On the bright side, the bastion in the back window has diminished the smell of sick. Sparse dots of light show up on the horizon, indicating where Echo is. And that's when Leo speaks up. Alright, what we're gonna do is head back to my house. You guys can get some sleep while I figure out what to do next. Leo pauses, but no one says anything. Sound good? Yeah, not much left to do. Leo grunts and hunches forward in his seat again. There's a sinking feeling in my stomach at the thought of going back to Echo. There's a comfort of at least not being out in the wilderness, but I wonder if that's much worse than the town, even with that creature prowling around. Never expected a Furry VN to be one of my favorite games. Yeah, this game is freaking amazing with the writing and everything. And you know, there's still some typos in this game here and there, and that I can totally accept because there is so much done with this game that I really can't blame the developers for putting typos in here and there in the script. I stare out my window, watching the mountains move slowly under the moonlight as we turn into Lake Emma Road. Wait, is that the... I think that's just... Oh, I'm wondering if taking one of the mountain roads out of the town was worth it, whether we have enough gas when it happens. A crouched figure sits on the peak of the hill just about 50 feet from where we were. Squinted, I just barely able to make out what looks like shoulders and a head hunched up under the light of the moon. I'm directly across from the thing when I open my mouth, but I'm barely able to make a sound when it moves. Oh shit, yeah, I see it. You guys see that right there? That is freaky, dude. It dashes down the hill behind the blink of an eye, covering the distance between us and it and the car in a matter of 2 seconds. One moment staring at a tiny black figure, the next thing it's right up against the car, smashing into the side between Leo's door and mine. My head smacks into the glass and I see a flash of white. At the same time I hear Kutsu shout at us to hold on, TJ screams and Carl yells. My feet are fucking freezing. I open my eyes and stare down at them. It's almost too dark to see, but I can hear the sounds of sloshing water and screaming. Chase! Chase! What? My head aches and there's something in my eyes that stings. Everything is blurry. Chase, are you okay? Big Paw prods on my chest and I look up. I can barely make out the outline of the ears. Leo? Wait. And then it hits me like the car crash that we were in. That thing! I look out my window again, but it's all shattered and spiderweb, but I can see what looks like water pouring through it. At the same time, I feel that icy cold sensation running down my back as if the water comes through the broken back window like a waterfall. We crashed into the fucking lake. Chase! I'm awake. I'm good. I grab on my seatbelt, taking way longer than it should to get undone. All the while, there's a bizarre feral yowling sound next to me, and I don't realize it's TJ until it's close around my chest and arm and dig in. Ooh, boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, this game will definitely mess you up in some ways that you never expected. But that's what I love about it. This game does so good with it that you really can't blame it. Ow, TJ, stop, calm down. But he doesn't respond, continuing on with that god-awful sound. Through the window! Carl's already up on his rear deck, trying to push through the water coming in. Come on! Carl's screaming, panicked voice disappears suddenly, and I can only hope it's because he got out. Chase, come on, we need to get you out. I feel Leo's big paws grabbing at me, but I turn and push them away. I'm fine, let me help TJ. Chase! Leo, I'm a fucking otter. The water at this point is up to my chest. The car's front end is tipped down into the water, and with the sparse moonlight coming in from the back, I can see it's up to Leo's neck. Kutsu's somehow in the back with me and TJ where Carl was. He's staring at me, eyes wide, looking torn between helping and escaping and helping me. Go, Kutsu, through the window. Leo, go out through your door. Chase, go! I scream at basically everyone, and I can only hope they do as they say. They duck down and the water goes over my head. The quiet peace of it underwater is sharp contrast to the fucking chaos that my brain is in. Somehow the back seat crunched forward and TJ's seatbelt button is lost somewhere in the crease. I grit my teeth. I can hold my breath almost 10 minutes, but I know for most other species it's less than 2. Far less if you're panicking out of your mind like TJ is. I grit my teeth as I calmly try to reach between the fold between the seat and the back is despite the desperate clawing wait despite the desperate clawing the lynx is giving me. Again, though, it's far too wedged in to get a hold on. Soon my calm demeanor melts away as I fumble uselessly with the seatbelt, and time stubbornly marches on. I feel myself start to panic as I just grab TJ around the body and yank as hard as I can. But it's no use at all, and when I pull on the chest strap, it's jammed and I can't get any slack. TJ's grasping and clawing starts to become weaker. I try to think of something used to cut the strap, but there's nothing. Maybe a shard of glass? I move up away from TJ toward the back of the window, trying to ignore how he weakly tries to clutch at me. As I reach up to the seat, though, my hand slips between the headrest and the rear deck. I reach in further and realize it's the trunk of the car. With a lunge, I reach down and feel along the bottom of the seat back. My paw runs up to something hard and metal, and I know I found what I'm looking for. I grab up the buckle and unlatch it. Swimming around as quickly as I can, I grab the strap around TJ's chest and set my feet against the seat. I pull back as hard as I can, just like that, it comes undone. I scoop TJ up, his limp body giving me an extra burst of adrenaline, and I set my feet against the back of the driver's seat and push out. My aim is a little off as my head hits the ceiling instead, but I'm able to find a hole pretty quickly and kick through it. It's a little awkward to undulate my body into a nice clean swim with TJ's weight, but I manage it well enough and within seconds we break the surface. I breathe out into the air while TJ coughs and sputters. His arms wrap around my neck tightly and I have to put a paw under his arms to keep him from strangling me. Hey, TJ, we're good. You're good. Calm down. I look around and I'm amazed to see how far we are from the shore. It's a good 100 yards away. I can already see Kutsu standing there and Leo's in the shallows, shouting to Carl who's a few feet further in, splashing around. I kick off in that direction as TJ continues to hyperventilate in my ear. TJ, remember, it's okay. Remember, you used to ride on my back in the lake? It's like that, like the old times. I try to adopt a soothing tone between my ragged gasps for air. TJ does finally settle on my back, though his arms are still around my neck.
Still a lot better than him dragging me down with them. His gusts are calm as we get close to the shore, tapering off into a weird sort of mumbling sound. I can make out a few words though. One of them is a name. So shit. I frown and swim a bit faster, wanting to get him out into the dry land so he can get his wits back together. Oh, meanwhile, Carl finally grabs onto Leo's outstretched paws and the wolf pulls him back to the shore. All the while, he stares at me and TJ intently. He didn't deserve. Shh. I shush him gently as I finally feel my toes find the sandy bottom of the lake, and gently pull the lynx back with me to the narrow strip of sand between the lake and the incline that slopes up to the road. Carl's already there, flat on his back, spread eagle, and so do I, with TJ laying him down right next to the ram. He's still trying to talk though. Chase, did Sydney, how long did he? Gently I put a paw over the lynx muzzle. It's alright, man. Try to relax. Breathe. Kutsu stands next to me and I start to reach out to touch my shoulder. You okay? Then a much paw comes out from behind me, pushing Kutsu's arm aside as I pull back to a tight hug. Leo huffs into my ear. Thank God. You were under there for so long. I'm okay. I reach back with the paw, settling it against the side of Leo's face. When I bring it back, I see it's a bit darker than it should be. I look back and immediately see the gash on the side of Leo's face. Ah, shit, your head! Leo brushes off my paws. Your head? I think we both had our windows when something hit us. I reach up, feeling around my forehead before I feel a sore, sickly spot into my fur. It isn't a bad cut, but it's definitely leaking a good amount of blood. It's that thing that we saw next to Duke. I saw it standing on a hill and it just ran at us. I look over at Kudzu, who's moved over to stand next to Carl, his arms hugging his chest tightly. Kudzu, you okay? I'm fine. His response is tense and a little high-pitched. I don't know about Carl though. He's had a little trouble swimming back. Carl lets out a choked cough in response. I gently push away from Leo and kneel down next to the ram between him and TJ. He's conscious, luckily, though his panting is a little bit shallow. I set a paw gently on his head. You okay? Yeah? He says it like he's asking me a question. You sure? I mean, yeah, I'm breathing. I didn't mean to leave you guys, but that's fine. Staying with us would have made things way worse. It's strange to me how collected I am right now. I guess it's that same numbing feeling that I've had since escaping Brian's trailer. Just take the fucked up stuff in and roll with it. I'm not bad at swimming, but it was so fucking cold and the clothes were like 1,000,000 pounds. Looking at his thick sweater, it isn't a surprise at all. TJ's quieted down next to me. His eyes are open, staring up into the sky as he chucks quietly. It's so wide and glassy that I can see the reflection of his ears twinkling in them. I tentatively reach out and rest upon his head like I did with Carl. TJ barely reacts, continuing to stare up at the sky. Bro, I was expecting something exciting, not this shit. Yeah, this game. Oh boy, this game. This game really, really, really likes to mess with you. Like even now. Oh man. Like even now, I'm still kind of freaked out. But again, like I have been enjoying this. The 6 years were worth it, right? Like, I mean, I just can't imagine how much other work that these guys had to do. Like, just the amount of work in every single bit of this game is incredible. Tej? Feel Leo's huge presence crouched down next to me as he gets close and whispers into my ear. Listen, we should get going to my house. I don't like being out here, especially if that thing really did do it. TJ, excuse me. But, TJ, I don't know if he's able to... I'll carry him. And he does, scooping the lynx up into his arms like he's a baby. Alright, come on. We can rest in my house. Let's get the fuck out of here. Leo starts trekking up the rocky slope. Kuzu and I wait for Carl, who lays on the ground a moment longer before finally rolling over and getting laboriously to his feet. I hold one hand and Kuzu holds the other, and together we make our way onto the road. And back into Echo. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This isn't going to be fun now, is it? The walk to Leo's house is short, but only 15 minutes, but it feels like it takes much, much longer than that. Every tiny sound makes me jump, and I'm stealing myself for the moment I see that creature again. I hate this one background. Nothing happens, though. You think that's bad. If you think that that was bad, you have not seen the horror screens that I have gotten throughout this game. Like, this is just tame. This is tame for this game right now. This is just tame. No screaming and no gunshots. Aside from the crickets, the town is dead quiet. Still, we keep the shadows, cutting through some of the backyards and sagebrush, probably picking up dozens of spiders and ticks along the way. It's funny, despite everything that's going on, spiders are the biggest thing that are on my mind as I push through the branches and foliage. Oh. Finally, the wolf small house appears out of the dusty dark night. Leo walks ahead of us with TJ. TJ has to walk on his own halfway here, and now he's clinging to Leo's hand like a kid afraid of getting lost at the mall. I don't blame him. As we're walking up to the house, though, Leo stops. Kuzu, Carl, and I crowd behind him. Hold on, let me get that. Okay, sorry, I'm still trying to back up stuff in the background. Kuzu, Carl, and I crowd behind him. Like I have a connection to this one? What is it? Leo puts his fingers to his lips and points at the window. No. No, 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 no. It's broken. Oh, shit. Leo lets go of TJ's hand and makes a stay here motion with the others. He starts creeping toward the house. With some difficulty and a few awkward sounds, Leo pulls his gun out of his wet pants. I scream internally at the thought of Leo going in alone, but he's the only one with a weapon now. Apparently Kuzu lost it during the whole incident, which Leo is pretty pissed off about. Leo tries the door, then disappears, reaching inside to make sure the screen door doesn't bang shut behind him. And then he was gone. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We stand there in silence for a moment, then Kuzu whispers, "Hey, let's stand back. Let's stand back to back just in case." Yeah, okay. Kuzu turns toward the road down while I face Leo's house. Carl and TJ stand on either side of us. TJ hasn't said a word. Wait. TJ hasn't said a word since Leo put him down. Ever since what happened at the lake, something in him snapped. Maybe we should have just gone up to my place. Carl gazes up sadly towards the mountains. His mansion's somewhere hidden in the darkness. I don't know. If someone broke into Leo's place to steal stuff, they'd definitely want to do the same to yours. Knowing this town, Kuzu's probably right. Most of the people here resented Carl's family and the way their mansion looked over the whole town. Like they're taunting us, people would say. I keep my eyes on the house, trying to see through the black windows. Leo hasn't turned any of the lights on, so of course I can't really see anything. Listening doesn't bring any clues either. So what do you think that thing was? I don't know. I still think it was some kind of animal. It practically bent the car in half. I say it out loud at the side of my mouth, away from TJ. Maybe we should go inside. Probably safer in there if there's a burglar or whatever. Wendigo? Didn't the mayor say something about it like, it only kills us if we try to leave? I glanced back at Kudzu. Is that what she was talking about? Kudzu shakes his head and shrugs his shoulders. I really don't know, Chase. So we go back to waiting. I'm about to mention that maybe we should move closer to the house just in case when we hear a scream. It comes from inside Leo's house and it definitely doesn't sound like Leo. Carl scoots next to me. Oh shit. I'm already running up the stairs though. I hear the others following closely behind. I push through the door, almost running headlong to the bench where you're supposed to take off your shoes. Leo? I shout just as I realize it's probably a bad idea. A moment passes where there's only sound and I can hear the heavy breathing of my friends behind me. Then, down here, turn on the lights. His voice comes from the hallway and it's calm. I move a paw along the wall before finding the light switch, revealing the kitchen. We moved into the hallway towards Leo's room where I can see the lights on. Inside I find Leo standing over his own bed. At the bed I see someone else. A little polecat, disheveled on a tank top, looking even more skeletal than usual. It's Clint curled up in a little ball cowering. Leo has his gun pointed on him. Wait, please, don't shoot me. I just needed a place to stay. Wow, we haven't seen him in a long while. Leo inches the gun lower. Then why aren't you at your own place? Kutsu and Carl stands next to him while TJ stays in the doorway, gazing in at us from the dim hallway. Leo raises his gun again, and I actually think he's about to shoot Clint. Clint raises his paws again, whining. Leo, wait. He helped me find Chase. What? Leo glances at Kutsu, then back at Clint. He came out to my door last night. Told me he saw Chase in the trailer. I'm confused too, but I guess I never asked Kutsu how exactly he was able to find me. You've been somewhere like this? Really? My mind immediately flashes back to when I saw Clint peering in at me earlier, and asking Brian for drugs. I might have not found Chase if he hadn't told me. Clint nods enthusiastically to that, but Leo doesn't lower the gun. Wait, Clint hasn't done anything to hurt us since the start. He just, everyone's gone fucking crazy. Might as well get rid of him before he gets a chance to add it too. What? What are you doing, Leo? Leo's got a hardened look on his face that I don't recognize at all. Wait, I know how to get out of here. Think. Leo stands falters, but only just. What do you mean? That's why I'm here. Just get the gun off me for a second, I'll explain. Clint is twitchy and keeps scratching at his chest and arms. It comes off like he was able to find those drugs after all. Come on, Leo. It's all of us against him. He can't do anything to us. Leo keeps the gun down for a few seconds, then finally... Leo keeps the gun up for a few seconds, then finally lowers it with a dismissive grunt. Alright, fine. How are we supposed to get out of here? Clint slowly pushes himself up to sit against the frame of Leo's bed, clearing his throat. Well, I think it might have something to do with the train yard. There's a moment of silence as we all wait for Clint to go on. He just stares back at us, though, while staring the gun in Leo's paws. Clint? Huh? Clint doesn't look back at Kutsu as his eyes remain fixated on the pistol. Leo, just put the gun down for a second, okay? I'll dress it behind you or something. Leo shakes his head. I'm not risking our lives again, Kut. Leo fixes Clint with a glare. The most I'm gonna do is keep the gun off you, Clint. Clint flinches when Leo says his name. I look over and see Carl twisting his paws around in the pocket of his hoodie, his eyes wide. TJ, on the other hand, is still standing in the hall, his eyes glinting soft in the dim lighting. For some reason, I get the feeling that he's looking out at me. Tell us now. Leo's tone turns dark and I look over, half expecting him to have the gun up again. It's still pointed at the carpet, but I can practically see Leo's fingers twitching against the trigger guard. He looks almost excited. The Leo I knew would never be so eager to kill someone, even if that meant something happens to Clint. I hope that when this is over, if we get out of this somehow, Leo's able to get back to the old self. Clint's shaking so badly he can barely speak. Finally, Kutsu steps in between them. Alright, Leo, if you want to keep the gun, that's fine. Can you at least step into the hallway? Maybe he'll be able to calm down enough. No. Kutsu stops short, but I see him set his jaw, drawing up his shoulders. Someone actually might have some information to get us out of here, and all you want to do is scare him shitless? I can see Leo puffing himself up too, and I don't like the look in his eyes. So I step forward on Kutsu's right, practically blocking Clint and Leo's line of sight. When I do, Leo's eyes snap to mine, the simmering snarl disappearing from his muzzle. Leo, come on. Or, move out of the way. His tone is gentle, like I'm some kind of kid. No, Leo, you're acting weird right now. Just calm down for a second, okay? Leo frowns at me. Hey, I'm just trying to keep us all safe. I'm just trying to keep all of us safe. I always seem to read the dialogue wrong.
That's the one thing that you'll know very quickly about my dumb leper self, is that I'll say things wrong all the time. Hey, he's just trying to keep us safe, Rocky. Like, I know Leo's going a little bit insane, okay? We'll say he's going a little bit insane, but that's because this whole town is fucking crazy. Leo is still my bae. Leo, let's go into the hall. Good too? Give the raccoon a sidelong glance. Can handle him for a few minutes, okay? Kudzu nods. I take a few cautious steps towards Leo. He's looking between me and Kudzu right now. There's a different look on his face. One that I'm having trouble placing. I reach out and gently touch his arm. The muscles are hard and his biceps are standing out thickly under his fur. Still, I gently try to push him towards the door. As I do, I feel him go a little slack. With a whole lot of relief on my part, he finally starts moving toward the hallway. Carl, still gaping at the whole scene, suddenly seems to snap out of it and hurriedly moves out of the way into the hall. Ah, boy. Leo reluctantly continues to shuffle down the hallway as I put an arm around his side, hugging him to me. He responds with the same gesture. We pass the solemn-looking TJ, his eyes following as we move to the kitchen. Hey, you okay, TJ? He doesn't say anything, instead just slowly follows us into the kitchen. His fur is still spiky and mustard from the plunge in the lake, and his clothes look uncomfortably damp. That gives me an idea. Hey, why don't we get all our clothes into the dryer? Maybe we can have something to eat. There's a moment of silence, neither TJ nor Leo giving me any response. Carl gives me a muffled cough, though. I actually could go for some food. About 20 minutes later, Carl, TJ, and I are sitting in the laundry room putting our clothes through a dryer. I can hear Leo in the kitchen frying something up on the stove. While I should be worried about not keeping an eye on him, he's calmed down considerably since we were in his bedroom. Also, the laundry room is between the kitchen and the bedroom, so it would be pretty hard for him to get past me without me seeing. So I keep watch, leaning against the wall, staring out into the dark hallway. Carl sits on the dryer, vibrating along with it, while TJ sits on the floor, cross-legged, looking at nothing. I feel so good on my ass, dude. What, the vibration? No, the heat. I was freezing. I didn't even realize it. Did we see Carl like this the last time? I don't know if we saw Carl like this last time, but... Remember TJ looking so cute here? Oh, that's right. We haven't seen TJ shirtless either, huh? Carl knocks his hooves against the side of the metal dryer. Hey, Teach, want to join me up here? Oh, he does look cute. And hey, look, he's got like his little cross here too. I never noticed that. He's wearing a cross. I never noticed that. I think maybe because like he was always closed, so we never saw him. No, thank you. Jesus, Trip. You could just lean up the side. You gotta be cold too. This time TJ doesn't say anything, and I finally look away from the hallway. Yeah, you can see with his shirt on, Jesus, Trip. To be fair, he do be looking a little fine with that, okay? He do be looking fine. He do be looking fine with the drip. TJ looks up at me again with his emotionless eyes. No. He says it too quietly, almost like he didn't say anything at all. I hold on to his gaze for a while before looking away. Ah, don't worry about it, Teach. We're gonna be out of here in no time. Oh, I forgot. What was the controls for... I forgot. What was the controls for just making like the text disappear and all? Oh, middle. He does have a cute belly. You know what? I'll admit. Okay, it's H. It's either H or middle click.
Crow slides off the jar, his damp underwear squeaking loudly against the metal as he clops to the ground. He gives a few strategic tugs at his underwear to probably loosen the wedge that he just created. Then he stares down the ground in front of TJ, cross-legged as well. TJ barely looks up at him, and I notice the link's trembling slightly. Listen, back in my house, I was like stuck in this weird trap version of my house. Like there was no exit. TJ finally glances up at the ram. And well, I thought I was gonna be stuck forever. I was panicking. It's like a nightmare that wouldn't end. Then right as I was giving up, you guys woke me up. I mean, sure, I was sort of woke up to another nightmare, but it's at least with you guys, right? I hear shifting, then the bedroom door swings open fully and Kutsu appears slipping in and out, slipping out and closing the door fully, quietly behind him. The raccoon spots me and moves over to stand next to me, his ears perked. Hey. Hey. I see Kutsu's nose twitch out of the air, looking towards the kitchen. Okay, hold on, let me... Hold on a minute, let me just copy all this over. Leo? Who's cooking? Ah. So, how'd it go? You were in there for a while. Kutsu sighs and leans against the wall of the hallway, looking back at the closed door. I don't know, really. He said something about a train going through here the past few days after everything started. Through the rail yard? That's what he says. Huh. That didn't make much sense. That rail yard has been abandoned for the past at least 50 years. Sure he isn't just like the rest of us? You know, just seeing things? Kutsu shrugs. I really don't know. Hard to tell with a guy like him. Yeah. Well, remember some guys inspected the rails a few weeks ago. Maybe they opened one up again. It seems strange to me, but I don't know much about trains. So what if there is a train going through here? We're just gonna jump into it? That was his plan anyway. Sounds like fun. My mind jumps to Robert Smith and what exactly happened to him when he tried to do a hop a train. Even if we were able to get on a train, could that creature thing still get to us? It was able to knock the car into the lake, so I don't know how capable it is. So when does the train come? He's not sure. It seemed random. Yeah, there's some normal moments in this game. There are indeed some normal moments in this game. There's a lot of it. The horror factor will come until like when like the story's peaking is when the horror factor comes in. So like, oh, and then we all jump as the dryer finishes with a loud grating buzz. I shakily rub my face and move over to the dryer. Well, let's at least get our clothes on and go into the kitchen and tell Leo what's going on. We all sit at the table, eating quietly as Kutsu tells Leo everything. The food was like some kind of vegetable stir-fry. The first bite reminds me that I'm starving, and it's hard not to just try and shove all of it into my mouth at once. Carl sitting across from me just does that. It sounds like a load of bullshit. Kutsu shrugs. Gets worse with every route. Yeah, I can tell. Because this route has been absolutely freaky. I don't know what else to go on. Why would he lie anyway? Buy himself some time. Kutsu closes his eyes for a second, breathing in deeply. So this is the second one, but we also have how many endings are there to Leo? Is there only two endings or three? Because I remember some people were saying there's two different endings besides there's three different endings or there's two different endings. Okay, yeah. So I believe we are on the bad side of this route because we read the text messages. But we do have a hold on, let me check. We do have a save, right? I think it was this one. Yeah, it was definitely this one. June 24th is when we made that save. Holy crap. But yeah. So I believe the next time we decide to not read Leo's text is when we get a good ending. Leo, Jenna, and Carl have to. I really want to see you beat this route. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try and beat this route by tonight. At least just one ending. Just at least one of the endings. Listen, Leo, there's no way he's gonna try anything. He's scared out of his mind right now. Duke was scared. Didn't stop him from trying to kill us. Probably worse that he was scared. Leo looks up into the hallway towards the bedroom, and I'm starting to not like that look in his eyes again. In fact, I'm wondering why the fuck we left him in the room alone in the first fucking place. Leo starts to show his teeth. I reach out and rest upon the wolf's arm, again feeling the tensing of his muscles underneath the fur. Hey, don't worry about it. But then he jerks his arm away and suddenly turns on me. Why the hell are you on his side with this shit? You were with that fucking bear. You know what these crazies are doing. I wince internally at being reminded of the incident, but I try again, reaching out. Yeah, but Clint isn't Brian. You know he was pushed around by that bear too. Leo pulls his arm further away from me. He's looking back and forth between me and Kuzu again. What is this? You're both acting like I'm the crazy one. The wolf pushes his chair back from the table. I heard you whispering shit in the hallway and saying things behind my back. Oh? Whoa, dude, chill out. Why don't you keep eating, Carl? Leo shifts his gaze towards the bedroom again before abruptly standing up. I'm gonna check on him. Leo. I start to stand up as well, but Kutsu's one step ahead of me. He moves and accepts the wolf, both hands out. Come on, Leo. He doesn't get to finish. Instead, the wolf goes straight into him, grabbing one of his arms and punching him. Damn! Kutsu sees coming, is able to duck, but he's not quite fast enough. Leo's knuckles glance off the raccoon's muzzle, knocking his head around. Leo keeps hold of his arm and swings Kutsu around away from the hole and back to me. Damn, dude! Chill out! Kutsu takes the fall rather well, going into some sort of roll. He does end up banging against Carl's chair, but he comes up on one knee, panting and staring up at Leo. His nose is bleeding. You know what? I agree with Chase here. What the fuck? I'm standing before I knew it, and moving around the table stand at Kutsu's side. I look over trying to see if Leo had done him any serious damage before I look back at the wolf. What are you doing? Carl clumsily tries to help the raccoon up, his ears flat against his head. Leo breathes heavily, staring down at Kutsu before his eyes flick to me. Get away from him. What? Get away from him. This time there's a growly quality to his voice, and I see his fingers drift toward his belt. I do move away from Kutsu, but only just. I don't want either of us getting shot. Leo turns his attention to Kutsu. You. Out. What? Breathing is so erratic that I'm starting to wonder if he's going to have a panic attack. He gives me a single glance before hurrying out of the kitchen. I want to stop him getting in his way like he did with Leo's, but the look on Leo's face right now has been frozen, and I can't do or say anything as I watch the raccoon's tail disappear. I hear the door swing open, the bang shut. I look back and almost jump to see Leo's eyes are still on me, studying me. He stares a while longer before turning away and stomping loudly down the hall. Carlos Rosen next to me, TJ just sits there, his eyes down on his plate and his food untouched. Still numb, I have to force myself to walk forward, following Leo, terrified about what's about to happen. Leo, wait. My voice is too quiet, too soft for the wolf to even hear me. The door ahead of me swings open. There's a moment of silence then. Leo curses loudly and I run to the door for him, looking inside, not sure what I'm about to find. What I find is nothing. No one's inside. The covers of the bed are thrown back and the window is wide open. See? See? I told you! Leo's voice goes from almost scream to a hushed whisper as he moves to the window, looking out into the night. He slides the window shut, then locks it. This is exactly what I was worried about. What? Inside I'm relieved more than anything. For some reason I'm positive that if Clint was still here or if Leo had caught him in the act trying to escape, I don't doubt he would have tried to shoot him. That stupid fucking raccoon, thinking he knew what was best. Leo continues to peer out the window, his ears are perked up. I knew what the hell was best for us. Thinking he could just come in and tell everyone what to do. See what happens? I start to move back into the hallway towards the kitchen, but Leo suddenly whirls around on me. His frown turns into some sort of uncertain smile. Hey, Otter, you okay? What? Okay, so you punch a guy. Otter? Vaguely, I can hear Carl clapping around uncertainly in the hallway, probably too afraid to get close. I try to speak, then wet my lips. Yeah? Leo extended a paw. Come here. Did they scare you? I fidget with my paws. No. Oh, come on then. Okay, now I'm a little scared of Leo, to be honest. I'm a little scared. Uh, Despite my dragging feet, my mind is racing, trying to decide what the hell is going on and what the hell I'm gonna do. Leo's lost it, there's no question about it. It's something that I've sort of known for the past day, ever since we found him in Duke's basement. And now it's getting worse. A lot worse. I Still, I continue to move toward him like I'm in some kind of dream. Soon he's got me wrapped up in his arms, and despite the warmth, despite the strength I feel in him, I don't feel good about it at all. I'm just scared. Chula. He breathes into my ear, sending shivers down my spine. I told you I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna keep you safe. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but, you know, you might have just taken out the only... you, you might have just taken out the only other form of safety that we have, too. He starts rocking me back and forth, shifting us around his feet like we're in some kind of half-dance at prom. He's moved around us so that I'm looking at the door, then I can see Carl's home, Horn's eyes fearfully peering into the room. That raccoon, he wasn't good for you. Good for me? He helped me. Leo gives me a squeeze that almost knocks the breath from my lungs and that cuts me off. Maybe, maybe not. I can see him acting strange, kind of like the others. But, dude, you kicked him out. But you kicked him out. How is a... Leo, you're actually starting to scare me a little. Like, as much as I have simped over Leo and called him my senpai, I'm a little scared. I don't say anything else to Leo, worried about how he might take it if I keep trying to convince him that Kuzu was only trying to help us. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me do something real quick. I'll be right back. It won't take long. It's only gonna take like a minute or two, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, see? Told you guys we wouldn't be there for long. But yeah, I'm genuinely scared of Leo right now because you know that whole scene painted a really scary picture in my head. Hey Smooth 23, how's it going? The Blep welcomes you. I'm gonna get you all out of here. Like I said, I should have done from the beginning, okay? He gives me a little shake when I'm silent a little too long. Okay. Okay. And he keeps rocking me like what for seems like hours, and when we make another revolution, I can see Carl's not there anymore. Then I hear something. Soft at first, then louder and louder. Leo stops dancing with me. I can make out a rhythmic, dull metallic sound accompanied by a horn. A train? TJ and Carl standing at the back door, staring out into the night. Leo pushes past them, ears perked as he tries to see through the darkness. The train sounds incredibly close, almost like if it's only a feet away. Should we go to it like Clint said? Leo pauses, his nose twitching before he waves his paw at us. You guys stay here. I'm gonna have a look. Leo. Just like that, the wolf disappears into the night, leaving us behind. I stare out into the night. So I guess Clint wasn't shitting us after all, huh? Yeah. All I can think about right now is Kutsu. Did he hear the train right now? Was he on his way over there? I look to my right, towards Kutsu's house only a few hundred feet away. Quietly, I start stepping outside. Chase? Carl's voice behind me is timid, scared. I look back and I'm able to make out the whites of his eyes in the darkness. TJ looks behind him, staring at me as well, though far more stoically. I'll be right back. I just need to check on Kutsu. Everything that Kutsu had done for me up to this point. Saving me multiple times, making sure I was okay, nursing me back to health? Hell, even helping me with my project before all this shit went down. I'm not going to abandon him. Just like with Leo when he was imprisoned by Duke. I feel it's my responsibility, only this time the urge is even stronger. I have to make sure that Kutsu makes it out alive here like the rest of us. Carl, though, doesn't look so enthusiastic about that. I don't know if this is such a good idea. You saw Leo. Carl looks over my shoulder and I do the same. But all I see is darkness. I realize that Carl is just as afraid of the wolf as I am right now. I swear, I'm only going to be away for a few minutes. If Leo asks, tell him, I don't know, just tell him I needed some air. That won't... I don't wait for Carl to finish the sentence. Hey Cassius, how's it going, man? It has been a while. It's been like months and months, I think, buddy. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. But welcome on in. The Blep welcomes you. Oh, by the way, you guys, by the way, we do have a server up and running. And, you know, if you guys ever want to see me live, then, you know, my server's there for you if you guys want to join in. Good, thanks. How are you doing? I'm doing really great. I've been enjoying Echo, like, a lot lately. And, you know, this is our first day back after not playing it for a week, so I'm definitely enjoying Echo right now. My eyes slowly adjust, but it's too dark to really see any more than 5 feet. The amount of stars overhead is almost dazzling, but it's not enough light to help me see. In fact, it's almost disorienting. The way the bright powder look at the sky clashes with the black horizon of the mountains. Focusing on it too much makes makes my stomach turn and my eyes turn down. Trying to focus on the barely visible ground until my face slams right into something big, hard, and full of twigs. Jesus fucking goddamn it! I shout, whispering into my paws, covering my nose, afraid for a second that maybe I ran one of my eyes through. Quick but shaky examination with my fingers puts that fear at ease, though I now feel like my muzzle has gone flat into my face. That jolt had me feeling all the aches of my past 2 incidents with the cars. I stand there in the dark for a moment, gathering my senses. It's almost completely silent now. The train, if it was a train, has passed us at this point. The metallic clanks and rushing sound is far behind me. Standing in the silence, though, is starting to give me second thoughts. I'm pretty sure that there aren't any trees between Leo and Kutsu's house. Did they get off track somehow? Something cracks a little ways ahead of me, and I freeze up, my ears twitching. I listen hard, trying to hear anything about the crickets. Okay, yeah, this is really fucking stupid. I remember that I'm not all that far away from Leo's house, and I look back in the yellow squares of the windows in the distance. I should probably go back to reorient myself and try to get Kutsu's house again. As I'm turning around, though, another crack behind me, followed by a muffled voice. Shit. I freeze at the voice. I open my mouth to try and quietly call out, but stop myself. I can't be sure, but it sounded like Kutsu, able and muffled and low-pitched. I decide to wait a little longer with one foot pointed out towards Leo's house. And then, this time the sound is right next to me and I jump into the air. I make a run for the house and immediately trip over several rocks, going face first to the ground. I'm scrambling at the ground with my paws and feet when I hear the voice again. Whoa, whoa, Chase? I slump back into the ground in relief. Oh, thank God. Kutsu, what the hell are you doing? feel the raccoon's paws feel over me, then pull me back up to my feet. Heard a train, then I saw someone. You okay? The faint light of the stars, I can make out Kutsu's ears and tip of his muzzle. My eyes have adjusted to the point where I can see even the mask in his fur. Yeah, I wanted to come get you in case we were going to try to hop the train. I look over my shoulder, trying to listen for the train again. A little late for that, eh? Well, yeah, but I didn't want to leave you behind. I rubbed my face to where I hit the branch. Listen, I don't know what's going on with Leo, but maybe we can get back and try to talk. Kutsu shakes his head. Nah, I don't think he's gonna listen. As much as I hate to admit it, Kutsu's probably right. Well, I'm not gonna leave you out here after everything that we went through. I see a glint of white teeth as Kutsu gives me a small smile. Wow. Well, thanks, man, but really, you should probably get back before At that moment, I realized something. Wait, what were you doing out here? You said you saw someone. Kutsu shifts slightly from one foot to the other. I thought I did, at least. Like someone from the town, or I think it was your friend. What? The fox, Jenna? Jenna! My eyes go wide as I turn back into the darkness, squinting. Where? Where did you see her? Uh, Kutsu turns to look at me, then takes a few steps forward. Well, I was going back to my trailer after the whole thing with Leo, and this fox girl just kind of jumped her from the side of my house. Where did she go? My heart's hammering in my chest right now as I strain to see her. Jenna's been on my mind since the very beginning, and her absence has only come more prominent after finding the others. Well, I think she went off in that direction. Kutsu points into the darkness. I could hear her running off, but then the footsteps stopped, so I thought she might have just stopped and hid somewhere. Come on, then. I motioned Kutsu forward and stepped forward the blackness of the wilderness. Hold on, I was gonna grab a flashlight. There's no way we're finding anything out there at this time of night. You go get them. I'll wait. Of course, I'm terrified of being left alone, but I'm also terrified of Jenna running away if I don't keep watch. I'm getting the feeling she might be under the same influence that Carl or TJ had been in earlier. Hey, you sure? Yeah, I want to stay here in case she comes out. I wave him away. Okay, but yell if something happens, alright? Okay. Kutsu goes in and comes out within less than a minute, though it feels way longer than that. While he's gone, I risked a few loud whispers. Of Jenna's name, but I didn't get any response. Pretty soon a beam of light sweeping the dirt, sagebrush and cacti as we slowly make our way into the direction that Jenna had run. Apparently it was through the backyard and out towards the desert. I'm worried that maybe she didn't stop running. Why was she running? Did she say anything? I whisper softly to Kutsu as I follow along with them, one hand over her shoulder. No, it just looked up at me and took off, looked terrified of something. I frowned, my paw tightening a bit as the raccoon chilled her. Maybe it's because she doesn't know you, right? Maybe she's just heading for Leo's place. Maybe. I try to focus on the sea of pale glow in front of me, the bright cold light of flashlight sucking the coal out of the desert. The grays and whites of all sorts blend together after a while, and the swinging motion of the beam starts to lull me into a weird hypnotic state. It's at this moment where I catch a movement out of the corner of my eye on the right, where the light isn't currently pointed. I hear the sound of shifting dirt and gravel, immediately followed by a bizarre high-pitched snarl that makes me gasp in horror. I actually even piss myself a little as I see a glint of white teeth. Kutsu tries to swing the beam in the direction of the second, at the sound, at the same time as I try to pull him back with the paw on his shoulder. Whatever it is hits Kutsu hard, knocking him back and sending me stumbling away to land on my ass. The flashlight rolls away from the raccoon's paw and shines into my face, briefly blinding me. I can sense a loud growling commotion right in front of me, along with the sound of Kutsu's grunting. Numbly, I reach out and snatch up the flashlight, then turn it on the sounds. First, I see Jenna. Her ears are back and teeth bared, swinging her paws at a crumpled heap on the ground. The heap is Kutsu, and he's got his arms up in self-defense, snarling back, and his eyes are wide. Jenna! Just like that, the snarl jobs from her face, and her eyes snap up to mine. Chase? But in a position to suddenly reverse as Kutsu grabs the fox by the wrist and practically barrel rolls. Now Kutsu sits on her back as he keeps a hold on her wrist. Wait, stop! I rush over to them, grabbing Kutsu's upper arm, trying to pull his paw away from Jenna. It's okay, she's good. She recognizes me. Kutsu only hesitates for a moment before scrambling off the fox and backing away, breathing hard. Jenna quickly sits up, absent-mindedly brushing off her shirt as she looks up at me. Oh my god, Chase! She says it in a hushed whisper, applying a paw to her mouth. Jenna, hey, you okay? I reach down to help her up, and she immediately goes in to hug me. I stand there awkwardly for a moment, and she buries her face in my shoulder, gasping for breath. Thousands of ways this could go wrong. Maybe it could go wrong. Maybe. I'm not sure if he's crying or not. Hey, are you okay? I ask again, patting her back awkwardly. Sorry, I'm fine. Jenna steps back and wipes under her eye with the paw of her back. Just, I didn't know where any of you were. Where were you? Jenna looks alright for the most part, except for a bunch of dirt on her clothes and in her fur. Then I don't know if that's from before or after she was wrestling with Kutsu. I don't know, I was out in the desert and it's still dark obviously, but I can't make out the frown I see on her face as she seems to struggle for words. Finally, Kutsu steps in. Hey, let's get to my trailer. We can talk it out in there, alright? Jenna silently nods and seems to really focus on Kutsu. Wait, who are you? I step in for the raccoon. This is Kutsu. He's a friend. He saved me a bunch of times. That seems to be good enough for Jenna. With that out of the way, we all head back toward the trailer. Quietly, Kutsu lets us into his trailer, opening the screen door slowly so that it doesn't creak. He motions us inside and Jenna follows in behind me, pressing close. I suppose she has good reason to be weary of the place. She doesn't really know Kutsu at this point, and it's hard to even trust people that you do know. Kutsu closes the door and slides the lock in place. Jenna stands next to me in the small living room area, arms folded tightly against her body like she's hugging herself. Hey, you want to sit down? I gesture at the recliner, which Jenna stares at for a few seconds. I don't know. The fox's ears are twitching around and pointing straight up. I turn to the small love seat set against the wall instead. Maybe there? I can sit with you. After a few more moments of staring at the couch, Jenna finally nods. She walks in stiffly over to the couch, looking at it for a moment before finally sitting down. I notice 3 clumped up patches of fur on the back of her neck, and it takes me a moment to realize it's dried blood. Had someone attacked her? Had she hurt herself? Jenna still doesn't relax when we're settled, but instead sat bolt upright, leaning hard against my shoulder. Much like her ears, her eyes are darting around, mostly over to the curtained window to our right. Meanwhile, Kutsu elects to sit in the empty recliner after turning it a little to face us. The scrapping sound it makes on the floor causes Jenna to jump. Kutsu pauses blinking and settles back into the recliner. Sorry, I really should put a rug under this thing. Jenna doesn't say anything and instead just looks back at the window. Kutsu shifts awkwardly in the chair, then looks at me. I look at Jenna, trying to think of something to say. Jenna beats me to it. Do you know where the others are? TJ or Carl? Oh yeah, they're at Leo's place. Them and Leo. Jenna frowns at me. Then why are we here? Let's go. She starts to stand up, but I reach out a paw, grabbing her arm. She flinches and yanks away from me, standing up fully. Sorry, just hold on a second. Wait. Well, it's complicated. Why? Jenna takes a step back from me, folding her arms. The look in her eyes is worrying, like she's starting to not trust me. Look, Leo, he's kind of uptight right now. I guess I just wanted to give him space. Give myself some space. Really away from him. Kutsu shifts in his chair again. He kicked me out. Things got a little heated between us. Jenna looks at Kutsu, the deep frown still on her face. Why? Leo wouldn't do that without a reason. She looks back at me as if wanting some sort of confirmation. I nod. Leo isn't really himself right now. I'm really worried about him. Can we go over there and talk to him? I open my mouth, but I pause trying to think of the right way to say it. I don't know. Not right now. I'm not leaving Kutsu. I, hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, you guys, so I actually need to go because it is starting to get a little bit late. So, let me just say it one more time just in case. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to continue Echo at some point. But you're so close. I know. I don't want to end stream right now. I don't want to end, to be honest, but I really don't want to end. We'll probably do some more Echo tomorrow. But yeah, I mean it's been real. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, but again, join join the server if you haven't already. Route 65 Jenna. You can grab download it beforehand. Yeah, I am gonna have to check Route 65 sometime later, but I really do want to finish. Um, I want to finish Echo before anything. So for a raid tonight, I actually already know who I want to go and see. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get the raid thing up and going. Okay, so if you guys could stick around for the raid, that'd be really great. And if you got any emojis that you like to use for the raid message, then by all means, please do. It's been real. It's been a really fun night, and I hope you guys can stick around for more. It's been real. This is Spitfire. Peace.